welcome back to my YouTube channel. Subscribe and smash the like button. Today we're going to be talking about the food shortage that is going to happen this winter. Many people may not know about the food shortage because the media is not talking about it. Let's start with how I know there's going to be a food shortage. Let's start in the USA, where the 4.1 million acres burned in 2020 are the most in a single year since Cal Fire began keeping records, and more than the last 3 years combined. The fire continues to burn in the USA, destroying millions of acres of land and crops. In Iowa, the destructive storms laid siege to more than 10 million acres of Iowa's corn and soybean crop, devastating farmers, and capping off what has already been a difficult few years of farming for many. The tornado destroyed the crops so bad you can see it from space. Iowa produces 1/11 of the nation's food supply, and is the largest producer of corn, pork and eggs, and second in soybeans in the United States. Iowa produces 18.1% of the nation's corn supply, 13.3% of the nation's soybeans. In China, since early June 2020, heavy rains caused by the regional rainy season have led to floods severely affecting large areas of southern China, including the Yangtze Basin and its tributaries. Rains and floods extended to central and eastern China during July and were described as the worst since at least 1998. According to the Ministry of Emergency Management, by the end of June, flooding had displaced 744,000 people across 26 provinces, with 81 people missing or dead. The floods that devastated an additional 13 million acres of cropland, roughly the size of West Virginia, is the worst China has seen in years. Chinese Emergency Management Ministry puts the direct economic cost of the disaster at $21 billion in destroyed farmland, roads, and other property. 55 million people, including farmers, have been affected. The disaster is bad news for the world's second economy, which is already in a fragile state due to the coronavirus pandemic. Beijing has so far succeeded in securing its food supplies by importing large quantities of produced food from other countries and freeing tens of millions of tons of strategic reserves. But when China buys food from other countries, it becomes a big problem. China has succeeded in producing 1/4 of the world's grain and feeding 1/5 of the world's population, with less than 10% of world arable land, which is a great achievement in pursuit of food and nutrition security, not only in China, but also in the world. China produces 30% of all the world's rice. 1/5 of the world's population, more than 1 billion people, depend on rice cultivation for their livelihood. China also makes most of the world's wheat, potatoes, cabbage, green beans, apples, peaches, plums, sheep milk, chicken, pork, lamb, goat, and fish, peanuts, eggs, and honey. Now think about it, if China is starving, which is bad news for the world. Don't worry though, here are the things to stock up on now while you have the time, because later everyone is going to be in panic. Here are some of the things that you should stock up on are: oil, dry milk, any canned foods, lots of flour, rice, water, toilet paper, sugar, salt, soap, or hand sanitizer, dry beans, dry pasta, black pepper. You should also have medical stuff like medication, bandages, vitamins. You should also get some flashlights and batteries. Even the Washington Post has said that there's going to be a food shortage. All you have to do is search it up, and you can see all of the articles that are talking about it. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, comment if you knew this was going to happen, and share with family and friends to let them know.